specific to Ghana and probably West Africa, probably all of Africa actually, is a thing called fufu. And what that is a mixture of plantain, which is a banana type, I don't even know if it's a fruit or it's something, plantain and cassava. And cassava is like a potato. And so you boil both of these things, and after you boil them, you take turns. They have this big pistol, they call it, which is a stick with a little flat rolly thing, and then a mortar. So you have pistol and mortar, and then you just place one at a time, and then they just softly smash them. And then you add one, you keep going until you've taken all the cassava, and as you keep adding, it's bigger, bigger, bigger until it becomes like this ball of dough kind of type thing, because it's very sticky. Actually, it's not sticky. It's just this weird ball-looking thing. And then they take it out, put the plantain in, do the same thing, and then they mix the two. And by the time this thing is big, these guys who like pound this stuff, whether it's for a restaurant or just at home, they are ripped. I mean, these guys are so strong because they're just... And so one of the service, we would always do this whenever we'd walk by, part of just getting to know people and be friendly. We'd always go and jump aside, and then we'd do it for them, and they'd be like, here's another great word, is Obruni. Obruni means white guy. And so they'd be, hey, Obruni. And then they say something else, which I don't know how to say. Anyway, they just loved having Americans. They love white people, especially the little kids. I mean, they'd come up to you, and they loved like your hair and stuff like that. Anyway, back to fufu. So that was one of our things as missionaries we'd love to do, is just help people pound. It was like our service to them. And but it took me a very, very long time to finally like this stuff. And so now that when you smash it together, you have these like round balls they put into just this bowl, and then they put soup in it. And this groundnut soup, which is like this peanut butter soup, which is delicious. And some of these other soups, they're not coming to me right now, but just some delicious soups. And the way to eat it is, it's kind of, they don't care if Americans do this because they understand, but you're not supposed to eat with a spoon, you eat with your fingers. And so you use your fingers to kind of, get in there and pinch, and then with your thumb you create a little hole, and it acts like a spoon. You get the soup in there, and you're not supposed to chew either. You're just supposed to swallow. And so I have a terrible gag reflex. And so I remember the very first time I was fed fufu as a young greenie missionary, and I just look at this thing and I'm like, there's no way I am eating this. And my companion was eating pieces like, just like this big, and I was eating pieces just like little pills. I was just like, and by the time he was done, I still it didn't even look like it went anywhere. Like it was just expanding in the bowl, and I was like, are you kidding me? Anyway, as time went on, you get used to it, and then you end up just loving it. But yeah, that's fufu. And there's some other foods there, but that's really, talk about eating something and not wanting to move. That they have what you call like beer belly here in America. Fufu belly is the term there, because that stuff just like sits in your stomach and it's not going anywhere. And so if you eat that for lunch, you just like want to go home and sleep. But it's good. So